Your contact form is losing you 97 out of 100 leads. And not because your offer is bad or the prices are too high, but because of a form. In this video, I'm gonna show you everything inside ioZen, the platform that transforms that form with actual conversations. And we're going deep in detail. I'll show you one of the wildest use cases we've seen. We added a new feature for them, so let's get into it. But before we start, I just want to tell you something. We actually use ioZen in ioZen to manage our clients. And you can actually see that. If you're curious and you want to see it in action, you can go visit our website. Okay, I think that's enough talking. Let's show you the product. ioZen is built around what they call flow apps. A flow app is not a form or a CRM either. It's all three unified into one experience. Every flow app has three parts that work together. Intake bots, this is the conversational layer. This is what your client or customer sees. Questions that flow naturally, one at a time, that adapt based on what people say. Process boards, the pipeline layer. Every submission lands here automatically as a card on a visual board. Drag it between stages, you can assign it to your team, and you can track everything. Contacts, the CRM layout. Every person who comes through becomes a contact with a full history about every flow up they've ever touched. No Zapier, no stitching 5 tools together. One platform. Now let's get into each one because we have tons to cover. Let's start with intake bots because this is where the magic happens on the front end. The basic idea is simple. Instead of a form with 15 fields, your respondent gets a conversation, one question at a time, and it feels like texting. People finish it because it doesn't feel like filling paperwork. But what makes ioZen different from something like Typeform, for example, is what happens under the hood. And for this part, who better to explain than ioZen? Hello!
Hey there, let's go! Every question has an AI layer on it. When someone gives a vague answer, like, I need help with marketing, the AI doesn't just accept it. Nope, it asks a follow-up. What specific area of marketing are you focused on right now? It negotiates for quality. You get complete information the first time, instead of following up over email 3 times. You can control how persistent the AI is. More strict for high-stakes intake like legal or medical, softer for general lead capture. And private fields, like payment info or government IDs, are marked, so the AI never sees them. They go straight to storage. Encrypted. Done. Someone says their budget is under $5,000? One path. Over $50,000? Completely different questions. A law firm, a tech startup, a medical clinic, all running different flows from the same bot. Intake to booked call. In one flow. Okay guys, it was really nice meeting you all. I'll let you in good hands now.
Thank you, ioZen. I got it from here. You can also add a geolocation capture field to any flow app. The respondent's device, with their permission of course, send the GPS coordinates. Will you get a map preview right in the submission? Zero API cost for you. Think about a field service company, plumbing, construction. A client submits a service request and shares their exact location in real time. No what's your address back and forth, no mislabeled streets, you know exactly where they are. Remember that use case I told you about? Yeah, we have a client in Bolivia using ioZen as a real-time problem reporting system. Isn't that awesome? Their team in the field submits issues through a flow app, and they decide the problem, they upload a picture, and share their location. The operation team sees it instantly on the process board, and they know exactly where the issue is, so they can dispatch a response. So no photo tag needed, no can you describe where you are, it just works. That's not what most people think of when they hear intake form, I know, but that's the whole point of ioZen. It's a lot more flexible than label suggests. Okay, records. This is the feature people sleep on the most, and it's one of my favorites. Here's the problem record solves. Most intake tools capture flat data, name, email, company, a submission. That's it. But real business workflows are structured. You have clients, each client has projects, each project has tasks, fields, team members. Record lets you build that structure inside ioZen. You define the schema yourself. Let's say you're an agency, for example, and you create a project record type with fields, project name, type, start date, status, budget, link files. Then you create a client record type, and you can link them together. And a client can have many projects, and a project has a client, an account lead, and deliverables. Okay, parent-child relationships, right here. This is database thinking without needing a database. And then here's the beautiful part. You can link a contact to a record with a role. So Maria Garcia is linked to Project 2 as the client. Tom Wilson is linked as the account lead. If Maria submits another flow-up 6 months later, her new submission link to her contact, which links her to project, everything is connected. For agencies especially, this replaces a lot of what you would normally need a separate project management tool for. You don't need to be jumping between ioZen, Notion, and your CRM. The structure lives inside ioZen. Process boards, your visual pipeline. Every submission that comes in creates a card automatically. You can customize the stages to match your actual workflow. For a law firm, for example, you can put new lead, initial review, consultation booked, retain, closed. For an insurance agency, new quote, pending documents, policy issue, lost. You can make it match how your team actually thinks. And inside each card, the full submission, the contact profile, any notes you've added, the history of every stage is moved through. You're not hunting through email threads to remember what this person said. It's all here. This is a cool feature. The moment a submission comes in, ioZen's AI scores it and assigns it a tier. For sell leads, it could be hot, warm, cold. For HR, application strong, moderate, review. For sport tickets, urgent, normal, low, you define the dimensions, or you can also let AI generate them based on your use case. Every person who completes a flow up becomes a contact. And this is not Salesforce, it's not trying to be. It's a clean focused CRM built specifically for intake-driven workflows. If you click the contact, you see everything in one place. Every submissions they've ever made across any of your flow ups. Any field defined for your specific business. The timeline shows you every interaction in order, and you can see the whole relationship in one scroll. You can export it to CSV anytime. It's your contacts, your data, and with whatever fields you choose. This is really cool. You can define the rules. If your budget is over 50K or company has more than 500 employees, you can route it to senior sales queue. If your budget is under 5K, route it to auto nurture. Everything else goes to general inbox. You can use and/or logic, nested groups. It's real conditional logic. It's not a toy. And on a business plan, routing is intelligence aware. It rules based on AI tier score. Hot leads go to your best closer automatically. And I know this can be a lot. So if you don't know where to start, AI can set up the basic rules for you. You review it, you adjust it, and then you confirm it. This one is for agencies specifically. You can connect your ad platforms, Meta, Google Ads, LinkedIn, TikTok, and ioZen captures the full UTM change on every submission. GCL ID, FBCL ID, the click IDs that tie a lead back to a specific ad. And then, when that lead converts, ioZen sends the conversion event back to the platform automatically. So instead of telling your clients your ads generated 200 leads this month, you can tell them your spring launch campaign generated 14 clients at a 47 cost per acquisition. That is a completely different conversation. It's what retains clients. Now that we covered all that, I think it's suited to go through a quick walkthrough. And who better to walk us through than ioZen?
Go to iozen.ai and hit Start Free. Paste your website URL and I'll scan it and build you a full flow app. Questions, board stages, routing rules in about 30 seconds. Review it, adjust, confirm. Most people are 80% done on the first try. Open the editor, check your branching, set the AI strictness on each field, and drop in a Calendly block if you want leads booking calls right after they qualify. Head to your board settings and rename the stages to match how your team actually works. Everything that comes through lands here automatically as a card. When you're ready, hit Share and Embed. 2 lines of code. Pop-up modal. Live. Last thing, connect your ad platforms in the Attribution tab. From that point forward, every lead traces back to the exact campaign that brought them in. That's it. Go check your first submission. I'll be here. Bye, guys. See you in the next one.
That was all for today. It's not all of ioZen, but it's such a powerful tool that I narrowed down to the basics. You can go to the website and try it for free. You can go see what it feels like to have a fully brief lead instead of a half contact form. If you want a deep dive on any of the features we've seen today, leave it in the comments. And stay tuned for all the updates we have planned for ioZen. My name is Alegria Moreno. I'm part of the ioZen team. If this video was useful for you, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye!